But truly and practically speaking, flip learning is a buzzword in the present world, you know. Our Honorable PP Madam, in a very short speech, told us to accept technology in our teaching and expressing method. And you know, in this present world, the world has taken flip learning tremendously. They are applying this method in their education system, in the developed countries, America, European countries, and I've seen in Malaysia, each and every stages of their education, they are applying this flip learning. But we, the street teachers of DRMC, we are very eager to accept technology, but unfortunately we don't know about flip learning, even we haven't heard about it. This is a paradoxical situation. But in this present world, we cannot be away from the technology in the true sense. The world is taking, the world is advancing, but we are lagging behind in one sense. Today's agenda is explain the concept of flip learning, examine the relevance of integrating flip into Bangladeshi classrooms, discuss contextual challenges to flip learning implementation, and offer practical context-sensitive strategies for the implementation. Some students were absent in the class and missed the important parts. So he took a decision, a method, that he made some videos and elements and provided them to his students. They could come to know about the lecture and then the method at home. They practice at home, and ultimately they were not deprived of the ultimate result of the system class. So, what is it? Flip learning. Flip learning represents an evolving tech-driven. It's usually technology based. It depends on technology, instructional method situated within the broader concept of blended learning. It's a kind of blended learning. It's given by Roman, Yunus, and Hasim, who are the researchers of Malaysia. Next. So, the pioneers of flip, as I mentioned, Jonathan Bartlett and Aaron Shams. They are from America. It started in 2007, the initiative, and they are called the pioneers of flip learning. And now, you know, throughout the world, it is spreading tremendously, and there are different countries. And research, if I tell about research, studies, every day or every month, so many researches are being done on flip learning throughout the world. Key elements. The first important element is technology. You master technology. It can be broader or limited also, but there should be a technology. You have to have technology to implement this. Second one is active learning, and next one is regular assessments. This is very much important to improve the students' capability, you know, their skills and efficiencies also. Next one, it's actually cycle. Flip learning is a kind of cycle. I start with pre-class learning, and the middle is in-class learning, and then the post-class learning. In pre-class learning, the students actually, that task is done by the teacher. The teacher has to be very much careful and active as well, and skillful. What is to be done by the teacher? He has to create some videos on the related topic. Then some readings can be sent, audio and short classes. So the task should be done by the teacher. The teacher has to prepare different elements, videos, particularly videos, and supply to the students. And at home, the student will get the video, study it, and have the idea on the topic, pre-idea and thorough idea, you can say. So this is very effective. In the class, when the student class comes and the teacher go in the class actually deals with discussions. There can be collaboration, feedback, and there are some also tests. Like we can have some small tests, quizzes like this, which will be very effective. And we can find out the output of the things that have been provided to the students previously. And third one, the last part of the cycle, that is post-class learning. Here, the students at home get the reflection, short practice tasks the teacher provides online, and self-assessment also can be done. That is also provided by the teacher. So tasks are done by teachers, but the fruits are taken by the students. Next one. Next slide, please. Actually, these are the models, different models used by throughout the world. These models have been created by different researchers. I will skip it because it will take time to explain all this here. Next slide. Now I want to actually present the differences between traditional and flipped. That classroom we are habituated to have in our country and flipped learning class. What's the difference between this? Then it will be easy for us to understand what is actually flipped learning, what it gives to the students and teachers. First one, primary role of the teacher. Here, the teacher, traditional class, I'm not telling about the question making, the system of making questions, but it's a different thing. It's a holistic teaching everywhere, in every system, right? So, traditional says on the stage. The teacher is like a sage. He knows everything, the conventional, traditional method. But flipped learning, the teacher is a guide. He's like a guide. He guides the students, and students takes the necessary things, and he also applies his own ideas. Teaching method, teaching things that are going to be, or subject or materials that are going to be taught in the next class. So they are very aware of the things that are going to happen in the class. But active application of and use of class time, mostly teacher explain, teacher is the boss, you can say. But here, in flipped learning, active application knowledge, high level cognitive, they can think, they have the scope to think because they have three stages. So enough time to think about their own ideas, apply their own ideas. And particularly in English, English is a foreign language, in our context, the teacher taught time, particularly we give emphasis on grammar and grammar rules and rote learning. This is the basic focus in our classes. English is a foreign language or our English classes. But English flipped learning, you can say, focus on communicative competence. The students can communicate with each other and they can grow their efficiency, confidence in communicating and learning the language. Okay, that's the difference between traditional class and flipped learning. And the pros and cons. Each and every method has some advantages and disadvantages. And flipped learning has some particular advantages and also has some challenges that I will expose later. Advantages, it is self-spaced learning. The students can automation. They can learn their own space. Next one, increased student engagement. The students are engaged, preferably, mostly they are engaged in different activities, at home, in the three cycles, three stages, in the class as well and after the class also. Then, improved academic performance, and this is not my words actually. This has been proved methodically, and regarding research, the researchers have found, and even the researchers have been done, studies have been in our country, limited also in higher education. They have found that this is very academic, this improved academic performance of the students that we highly expect from our students. Next one, accessibility for absent students. If the students remain absent from the classes, then the thing will suffer in our cases. So they can have the ability, scope to have the class things they need after the class event. So these are the advantages. Next one. Next one.
Yes, sir. I have one.
Yes, sir. Sure.
What do you mean by the peer assistant? Yeah.
Peer assistant, peer means students help each other. Students help each other. Students, right. Teacher is single one, but teach students, while the students in the class, they can help each other because they have got the things previously. One can know more, another may discuss less, but they can share with each other.
Learn student help the weak student.
With the students, each other, with the students. Next one. So some challenges in our country, particularly in our country, We are not technologically that much developed. We have remote areas, villages, where actually technology has not reached that much. In that case, it's a kind of division created. So to minimize it, there are some solutions. The researchers have found it, and actually I am also involved to this. I am trying to find a model for Bangladesh context that is very sensitive implementation. So I'm trying my best to find a solution to this kind of digital divide. Inshallah. Next one, high initial workload for teachers. This is the great barrier in our country. In our context, the teachers will not take extra barrier to make videos, to make extra elements for the students and send this to the students. This is actually tough for them. But you'll be happy to know that there are some academies, particularly Khan Academy, abundant videos have been created in different subjects. If you search, you will find an interesting, fruitful, effective videos have been created by them. And you can collect it, just collect it and send it to the student according to subject, topic, situation. And the students will be very much helpful, grateful, useful to the students. And screen fatigue, it can be reliance on student motivation. Students should be motivated. Otherwise, it will not be fruitful. First time, it will take time to adapt to this, and gradually it will improve definitely. And as we deserve to be technologically improved, developed country, so we have to adapt to this situation because the world is advancing, but we are at the same situation that were 20 years ago, 10 years ago. And last one, screen fatigue. Okay, next one. Next slide. Classroom realities in Bangladesh. Actually, what happens in Bangladesh? This is actually, I want to share with you. These are actually, the researchers have found in the Bangladeshi context, different classes, and particularly English, and overall all classes, teaching in English, and all other classes also, same thing happens. The first one, traditional teacher center. The classes, dominated by the teachers, the students do not play the kind of participatory role there. So this is actually kind of a problem, scenario in our country. Second one, last class size. This is a large class, We are facing this in our country, in our college, and overall the same scenario. And as Kobe and other has found out, China, 2017, 2014, the class is normally 70 to 90. The students almost 70 to 90. And we are finding this in our class also. And limited student engagement. The NAHA Enough Study 2024, very recent study. She has found that the limited engagement, students are engaged limitedly in the classes. And other problems status that we find, negative attitude to learning English particularly, and other subjects as well, negative attitude of the students are very common. And low motivation, students limited exposure to real life English situations. We cannot expose the students in our real classes. We don't actually find also the time. So 40 minutes class, it's not possible to present everything. You cannot make an environment, really. So reality speaking, if you go to our English classes, DRMCs, you will find very rare students, very limited students can speak English. Let's think, we teach English from start class 1, and they pass 12 years in learning English, but maximum students cannot speak English fluently. What are the problems? Does it take 12 years to teach a language? No. Straight answer is no. You see, the people going to Middle East, just staying there 5 months or 6 months, they can speak Arabic or other languages fluently. But what is the problem with this? With the teachers, we have some limitations, and the students. We don't want our students to practice English that way. This is our actually, not only English, in other subjects as well. In English version, we have found that many teachers also have seen that I can say they are the victim of situation. English version is not really in the true sense English. English, if I want to justify a person knows English or not, how can I judge? The speaking quality. If a person can speak, then he knows English. Definitely, it's the first criteria. Apparently, I can say. So, in English classes, particularly in English version, they can't speak, they feel shy. This is the real scenario. They are really motivated, they are not motivated. The problems in us and otherwise also. And the researchers have found this programs in our country. And I think we, as the pioneer, leading institution in the country, we have to take these matters into account. Students' limited exposure to real-life English interactions, anxiety, another problem the students have in the class, English classes and other classes as well. And focusing heavily on grammar and translation. We still now, in this communicative world, we till now depend on translation and Bangla and English translation. So these are the real scenarios of our classes, English and other classes as well, subjects as well. Next one, please. Now, flip learning in Bangladesh. Is it a very new or we are familiar with this? Actually, it started in the form of blended learning in 2018. 2000 first time. 2018, it started in throughout the world 2007, but in Bangladesh, as in the name of blended learning, it came first in a particular institution 2018. I found this. Then 2021, COVID-19 as definitely COVID-19 is a kind of epidemic for us. It's very negative aspects on us, but a positive aspect that is brought to us is to shift our ideas to blended learning, particularly flip learning. We came to know than flip learning. Some education institutions are experimenting flip learning from 2023 and up to now. And NAHA 2024 this shift has found that now to keep this with the present world, the universities are adopting this flip learning in Bangladesh. My different friends are teaching in different universities. They have assumed that they are applying this flip learning method in their institutions, in their classes. So they are accepting it, particularly in higher educations. But in secondary education, till now we are not aware of that change, this technology. Next one. Context and solution, implementation. How can we, in this context, how can we implement this flip learning? First, we can suggest partial, not fully flip learning is not possible single day. It will take time. So we can implement this time by time after time. That is partial rather than full flipping. And we have to search for low-cost, mobile-friendly tools that are usable. We can use in flip learning, and we are different researchers. And I also trying to find out this kind of materials which can be used in Bangladeshi context. Alignment with exam-focused outcomes. We have to align this flip learning with the other outcomes. So exam-focused outcomes should be aligned with. Then gradual implementation and teacher support, and then the teacher support should be here. Otherwise, it is not possible to implement because the important part is played by the teachers. So the support should come from them. And flexibility across education levels. There are different levels, and there should be flexibility. Next one. So thank you all. That's also for today. If you have any query, please.